question of the day is KitKat good for you or not? I think the answer that I have might just surprise you, so stick along. I was kind of running out of topics to talk about in videos, so I thought why not just go to a local supermarket, grab something off the shelves and do a review about it. Of course, it's a review from a nutrition standpoint. We're not going to talk about whether it tastes good or bad because that's just too easy. And I think the other main reason why I want to make videos like this is because in Malaysia, diabetes and heart disease are one of the main killers. But if you look at how an average Malaysian eats, it's as if we do not know there's such a problem, because we surely know someone, either a friend or family or from the previous generation, who had some kind of heart disease or diabetes or even died from it, right? But if you look at the way we eat, it just seems like we have no idea what we're doing, and I think we should know better. If you're watching this from another country, of course, this might apply to you as well if you have KitKat, but most importantly, if you have KitKat of a similar recipe. Why I say similar recipe is because, as far as I know, same brand, same product, same trademarks, might have a different recipe in a different country. I'm not sure about KitKat, but I know Milo, for example, Milo in Australia are actually way less sweeter than the ones that we have here in Malaysia. So, question of the day, KitKat, is it good or bad for you? It's probably not the answer that you would expect. You would probably expect me to say it's bad for you because of a very high concentration of sugar, but also a lot of people don't quite know why sugar is actually bad for you. So I'm just gonna quickly and briefly give you a brief history of humankind. We evolved over millions of years, and if you think about it, millions of years ago, there was never a sugar factory. We never quite come across much sugar at all unless we come across like a very sweet fruit, and sweet fruits are not available all year round and it's quite hard to come by. So if you think about it, sugar was only created in the past few hundred years, and we human beings have definitely not evolved fast enough to ingest so much sugar so quickly. But past few hundred years, sugar has been made so cheap and it's now widely available that we eat without even thinking about, how we are actually not very made to metabolize sugar. So if you put too much sugar in too quickly and too often, it's going to do a lot of damage to you. So my answer to is KitKat good or bad for you is actually it's not as bad to you compared to other alternatives that you find in the same category. For example, like a Cadbury chocolate milk bar or Mars or Snickers. Why? It's because I think there's a beauty or blessing in its design, in the sense that a KitKat is very light. It's designed such that the main concentration of sugar is around its chocolate coating, which coats the inner piece of wafers. So being so light, even though it has quite a high concentration of sugar around its coating, you are effectively eating a lot less sugar, a lot less calories compared to if you were to pick up something from the same shelf, again like a Cadbury chocolate bar or the Mars or Snickers. The wafer core is actually quite thin, quite light, that you are not ingesting way too much for you. I'm not saying it's super healthy. I'm probably not even claiming that it's healthy. I'm just saying it's a lesser of evils if you were to pick something off that shelf. If you just want like a mini dessert to go or like a pick-me-up in the middle of the day, I'd say if you were to walk into the supermarket or 7-Eleven, My News, whatever, KitKat probably works for you if you didn't have a choice. Should you have it every day? Of course, I wouldn't recommend that. As a bonus, we're going to talk about Kagi. I'm not sure whether a lot of people have heard about it or not, but I've got an open pack here because my wife freaking loves it. Kagi, I think, is pretty much like KitKat, but just a lot sweeter. Is this good for you? I say a lot sweeter, so you probably think it's not great as well, but I'm not sure. I think Kagi comes in a few packaging, but if you look at this, Kagi is packed in a very small packet even compared to KitKat. This is the size of a standard KitKat. I think you can find half of it as well. This one is way smaller. So individually packed, to my audience who are more environmentally concerned, you're probably thinking this is not good for the environment, but that's totally up to you, up to your own judgment. But the way it's packed, one pouch, there's many packs inside. It's not like a bag of chips where you open a bag of chips and you tell yourself that you're obligated to finish it because if not it will go soggy, right? So I think the beauty of it is it's individually packed like this. If you want to eat it, what you should do is go to the pouch, get as many or as little as you want, maybe 1 or 2, and walk away from it and you'll be done. I think that's a perfect way of, if you cannot control your urge to have something sweet, just walk to it and grab 2 and leave the table. What I need to disclaim is I'm not paid to do reviews like this. I'm not paid by Nestle or any supermarkets or whatever. Just again, I want to make videos like this just to educate, especially the average Malaysian, about, you know, what's good and what's bad for you. And in the case of today's topic, if you just have to eat chocolate bar or pick me up in the middle of the day, I think this is the way you should go for it. If you find videos like this helpful, please follow the channel, because honestly, I don't even know what other topics I'm going to be talking about next. So if you want to surprise yourself, please follow the channel. Thank you.